Welcome to the Honest Narrator. Here, every story you hear is real. Every word carries truth. I don't exaggerate. I don't invent. I simply tell it as it happened. So, sit back, listen carefully, and prepare to face reality. On January 26, 2013, a young Canadian woman named Elisa Lam arrived in Los Angeles, California. She was 21 years old and a student at the University of British Columbia in Vancouver. Elisa was quiet and intelligent, but suffered from bipolar disorder, for which she was under medical treatment and taking prescribed medication. She decided to take a solo trip along the U.S. West Coast, an adventure she planned to document on her personal Tumblr blog, where she often wrote about her feelings in daily life. She chose to stay at the Cecil Hotel, a low-cost hotel in downtown Los Angeles, built in the 1920s. Elisa had no idea that the Cecil Hotel was infamous for its dark past, home to several serial killers and the site of numerous suicides and mysterious deaths. To her, it was simply an affordable place to sleep for a few nights. At first, Elisa kept in touch with her parents almost daily, calling them from her hotel room to assure them that everything was fine. However, during her last few days, her behavior began to change. Several hotel guests later reported that she was acting strangely, talking to herself, laughing for no reason, and appearing disoriented. After some complaints, hotel staff decided to move her from a shared dorm-style room to a private one. On January 31st, Elisa called her parents and told them she planned to visit local attractions that day. That was the last time anyone heard from her. When her parents stopped receiving calls and messages, they grew worried. 2 days later, they contacted the Los Angeles Police Department and reported her missing. Police investigators began searching the area and reviewing hotel surveillance footage. What they found became one of the most mysterious videos ever released to the public. The footage, recorded from a security camera inside the hotel elevator, showed Elisa on the night of her disappearance. In the video, she enters the elevator wearing a red hoodie and black shorts. She presses several buttons quickly, then stands in a corner, appearing frightened or confused. After a few seconds, she cautiously peeks out into the hallway, looks left and right as if she's hiding from someone, and then steps back inside. She presses more buttons, but the elevator doors remain open. She steps out again and begins making strange hand gestures, waving and moving her arms as if communicating with someone who isn't visible. Then she walks away from the camera and disappears from view. The elevator doors finally close, and the elevator moves as if nothing happened. The Los Angeles Police Department released this footage to the public on February 13, 2013, hoping someone might recognize her. Instead, it became a viral sensation, viewed tens of millions of times across the world. People were fascinated and terrified by her strange movements. Online communities exploded with theories. Some believed she was being chased. Others thought she was hallucinating during a manic episode. And some even suggested supernatural involvement. The video remains one of the most discussed mystery clips in Internet history. Despite extensive searches, police found no trace of Elisa for weeks. Then, on February 19th, hotel guests began complaining about low water pressure and dark-colored, foul-tasting tap water. Maintenance staff went to check the hotel's rooftop water tanks. When a worker climbed up and opened one of the 4 large tanks, he made a horrifying discovery: a human body floating face up in the water. It was Elisa Lam. Her body was naked, and her clothes and belongings, including her room key card and watch, were found floating beside her. The lid of the tank was closed when she was found. Investigators noted that the tank lids were heavy and difficult to open, and the roof access door was locked and alarmed, meaning it should have triggered an alert if anyone had entered without permission. This raised even more questions. How did Elisa get to the roof? How did she open the tank, climb inside, and close the lid from within? An autopsy was conducted, which revealed no signs of physical trauma, assault, or foul play. Toxicology tests found only trace amounts of her prescribed medication for bipolar disorder. No drugs or alcohol. The official cause of death was listed as accidental drowning, with her mental illness noted as a possible contributing factor. However, many people, including independent investigators and journalists, doubted this explanation. The inconsistencies were hard to ignore. Why didn't the rooftop alarm go off? Why wasn't she seen on any other security cameras after leaving the elevator? And how could she have accessed a locked rooftop and closed the heavy water tank lid from the inside? Speculation continued for years. Some suggested a hotel employee might have been involved. Others pointed to the building's long disturbing history of suicides and murders, claiming that the place was cursed or haunted. A few experts analyzed the elevator footage and claimed it appeared edited, that parts of the video may have been removed, possibly to conceal evidence of another person's presence. The Elisa Lam case became one of the most mysterious and widely discussed true crime stories of the 21st century. It was covered by major media outlets such as Time, BBC, and CNN. In 2021, Netflix released a full documentary series titled The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel, which explored the case in detail through interviews and official evidence. To this day, no one knows exactly what happened to Elisa Lam. Some still believe it was a tragic accident caused by a mental breakdown, while others are convinced there is more to the story, something dark that was never revealed. Her death remains an unsolved mystery that continues to fascinate and disturb people around the world. Elisa Lam's story stands as one of the most haunting real-life mysteries ever recorded. A young woman seeking adventure, who vanished inside a hotel full of secrets, and whose final moments were forever captured by a silent, flickering camera.